within your application. So it has the philosophy there. It's got a wonderful worked example in the middle. It's getting a bit dated because Java has moved on, but the underlying concepts here were really groundbreaking for me. They opened my eyes when I read them. And one of the diagrams that they have in this book, so you've already seen the initial TDD cycle from NatPrice. This is another diagram which demonstrates their outside-inness. And so here it says, write a failing end-to-end test. So actually what you see here is it's two nested red-green refactor cycles. So the way they propose we work is we start by writing a failing acceptance test or end-to-end test that uses the whole system. And once that's failing, you then drop down into a lower level of TDD where you actually build the components that you need to satisfy that failing end-to-end test. And you do that in this inner TDD loop. And then when you finish going around this inner TDD loop, maybe many tens or hundreds of times, you pop back out and you run the outer failing end-to-end test, and now it passes, or at least you hope it does. And if it doesn't, then you obviously have to go back in and start again. And this way of working allows you to drive out value for the customer, because you start by thinking about what is it that the customer, the user of our software, is going to want to do. And you write an acceptance test, essentially, to verify that the software does what you want. And by driving from the outside in, you don't have any of those horrible problems of someone designing a UI and a user journey and someone else designing some business logic and then trying to mesh them in the middle with missing parameters and bits of process that no one had quite communicated across the whole development team. Because you're driving the whole low-level implementation from the outside. And so it's not possible for things not to join up. So this, for me, again, was eye-opening. And it was, in fact, this diagram probably